Hi, my name is Miss Fulmer, and this video is for the Mystery Science lesson for Where Do Fallen Leaves Go? And so what I did was grew mold for 12 days for you. I did miss 2 days on capturing it on video, so you can just X out those days on your data tracking sheet. But you will be able to see the 4 different setups that we have over the course of 12 days. So here you go. Okay, so we have our 4 terrariums that we've put 5 pieces of food on. And so we have a half a slice of bread, a piece of banana, a slice of apple, a whole strawberry back there, and then a piece of cheese. Okay, so now that we're ready, we're going to add in our additive or our variable that we're changing on the different plates. So I've already labeled the 4. So you can see we have a basic one that we're not going to do anything to. We've decided to put this one in the dark to see what happens. And then this one back here, we're going to put some sugar on it, and this one's salt. And then we'll see what happens. Okay, so we have our setup now complete for our 3 mold terrariums that we're going to let be exposed to the light. So on the left, we have your basic, which has nothing added to it. In the middle, we have the sugar. We added about a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. And on the right, we have salt. And again, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And the last one, we're going to stick in the dark in a closet, in a drawer, so it gets no sunlight. And so to timestamp this, so here's my watch. It is Monday, October 26th at 5:04 p.m. So stay tuned for tomorrow's and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it is day 2 and it is a little late. It's 8:14, Tuesday, October 27th. And let's take a look at our 4 different mold terrariums. Here's your basic, sugar, salt, and dark. What do you notice? Any mold yet? Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, day 3, 8:23 on Wednesday, October 28th. Here's our basic, sugar, salt, and the dark. So one thing that's interesting that I'm noticing is that the dark actually doesn't have all the condensation that I'm seeing in the salt, sugar, and basic, which sit here by the windowsill. But I'm not seeing any mold yet, so stay tuned for tomorrow. Okay, it's day 4, 9/10, Thursday, October 29th. All right, here's our basic. Lots of moisture in here today. The bananas aren't looking so great either. Sugar, salt, and dark. So again, we're seeing lots of that condensation on the salt, sugar, and basic. And I'm actually noticing that this cheese slice is starting to blend in a little bit with the bread here. And then I also saw that over here on the dark. Just a little bit here. I haven't seen any mold growth yet, but stay tuned till tomorrow. I'm gonna go put the dark back in the dark. Day 5, 4:43 on Friday, October 30th. Again, our basic, sugar, salts, and the dark one. So I think the biggest difference right now is that the banana And the salt is not looking very good at all. It's very black. The others, we are having still that condensation. And the dark, again, still not very much. All right, I'm gonna go put this back away. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Day 7, 8:56 on Sunday, November 1st. I apologize, we do not have a day 6. It was Halloween and I didn't get a chance to film. So let's look at the basic. If we get really close here, you can definitely see 2 little spots there, 2 little mold growths. And nothing else on this one. Coming over to our sugar. Nothing else. Lots of condensation again, but apple's pretty brown. Bananas doesn't look very good either. Bread actually looks okay. Strawberry's getting dark, but no mold. Our salt. Here's the jackpot. So I'm gonna hold this over, and if you get a chance, pause and do your best to count the mold growths here on the banana. We definitely have some here on the strawberry as well. I don't see any on the cheese or the bread. I'm trying to get a good view of the apple, it's just hard. Oh, yep, definitely down here. Can you see those? Right here. Okay. And then another interesting thing I noticed as I was observing is if you can see on the plate, starting to actually get some growth. Okay. And then let's look at our dark. So we don't have the condensation again like the other ones, but we do have mold growing on the banana. So pause and count. And our apple actually doesn't have any on the apple, but if you look on the plate below it, in between that and the banana, our strawberry's doing okay. That cheese is melted into that strawberry. If you look underneath though, we do have some growth under, and our bread is actually still doing okay. Okay, so that does it for day 7. Let's check back tomorrow. We should have some good growth going. Okay, it's day 8. 8:42, Monday, November 2nd. Here's our basic. I'm not seeing anything new on this one, same as yesterday. Sugar, again, same as yesterday. Things are starting to look a little darker, but no growth. Our salt though, definitely want to probably pause here so you can count the growths on the banana, the strawberry, and I hope you can tell, there we go. It's getting very fuzzy on this side, which means there's lots of mold growing there. Our apple actually has some growth happening now down at the bottom. You can see those green spots. So there's about, there you go. It's a little hard to tell again. That condensation's really getting in our way. Oh, and I am seeing our cheese now, right there on the end. There you go. Can you see that? Okay. Nothing on the bread. Some good bread apparently. And then our dark. So we do have growth happening there. The banana, again on that plate, but nothing on the actual apple or the strawberry. Oh, got some on the cheese right there, that black spot. And then our bread still looks okay. All right, stay tuned for tomorrow. Okay, it's day 10, 7:53 on Wednesday, November 4th. I apologize, we missed day number 9. Let's take a look at our 4 setups. So basic. I'm not seeing too much on the actual pieces of food. On the plate though, we are starting to get some growth. So there's one there, and then there's 2 little white ones down here by the banana. Our apple's pretty brown, and the strawberry and banana are not looking so good, and the cheese is almost like melting. Sugar looks pretty similar to the basic. No real growth, but you know, our salt is not looking good. The bread's still okay. I don't see anything on the bread, but our apple is very colorful, and there's lots of different spots now. The other day it was only over in this area, and now it's over here as well. Our banana has a lot of growth. So does our strawberry. It is very fuzzy. That is not the reflection or condensation. That is all mold growing on it. The cheese, that corner, is getting bigger with that spot over there. I don't see anything on the bread yet, but definitely a lot going on over there. And then our dark. No condensation again, very interesting. But our banana has a lot of growth. You can see all that white stuff. It's actually on the sides as well, and all along the side of the plate. And then remember, it was just here before, now it's actually coming out. So our banana, or sorry, our apple, it's really brown here, and lots of growth down there. And the strawberry, again, we have that growth on the side. The cheese and strawberry starting to grow together, but you can see, like, over here, it's definitely getting fuzzy. And so there's some growth over here as well in that connected part. Oh, this is interesting. I just saw this. So our bread is actually kind of connecting to the banana here, and I think we're gonna start to see some real growth going on. All right, last little spin on this one. Oh, there we go. Underneath, we got a little bit. Okay, stay tuned for tomorrow. Okay, it's day 11, 8:19 on Thursday, November 5th. Here's our basic. That one spot from yesterday's kind of grown, and we still have those 2 little, they're really hard to see, but they're right there, 2 spots next to the banana. Banana definitely has some stuff going on inside, so over in this area, but not as clear of growth. Our apple's really, really brown, but I don't see any growth. Strawberry looks good. That cheese is really melty, and the bread is still okay. And here's our sugar. There's definitely a spot right there. That's actually more on the bag than in the banana. And that apple is really brown. Bread's looking okay. Cheese is okay in the strawberry. I think we're starting to get some growth at the top. Again, it's really hard with all this condensation that happens on the bag. There's definitely some stuff going there. Not as much though. And here's our favorite one, the salt. Again, the bread is still okay, but the apple has gotten worse. It is filled in a lot in this area. There are really a lot of spots all the way across our apple. The cheese, that corner piece, oops, right there is really gross. Our strawberry is really, really furry now. Lots of mold all over, and the banana, again, definitely our worst bag is the salt. Okay, and our last one is the dark. So we have, the cheese definitely has growth happening. underneath it here as well as on top. And then you can see, I think because they were touching, definitely got some growth on that strawberry now. The bread, like yesterday, we noticed it was starting to kind of come together in this area. And the banana has growth. And again, lots of growth actually on the plate itself. And the apple, it's interesting, it's only brown over here. The whole thing hasn't become brown. And again, we don't have all that condensation on the bag. Very interesting. Okay, so tomorrow is day 12. It's our last day. Okay, it's day 12, 7:42 on Friday, November 6th. Let's take a look at our basic. I have to say our bread did really well and didn't get any mold on this one. Our apple is definitely very brown. The strawberry is really squishy, but I don't see any growth on it. The banana, it looks like some of the growth may have just gotten like spread on top here. But if you can tell, remember the banana at the beginning was all the way up flat with the peel, and it's almost like shrunken down. And our cheese as well is very squishy. Would not recommend eating. Okay, let's take a look at our sugar. Really squishy. This is darker than the basic one. Banana, again, it's definitely shrunk down. The cheese is not as squishy as the basic. Our apple is really brown. I'm trying to move some of that condensation so you can see. And then the bread again. No mold. 12 days. All right, salt, this is the one where we've seen lots and lots of growth. Still not on the bread though. Salt though, take a look at all of that. Now we have growth happening like on top of the growth. So it's brown all the way across. Lots of fuzzies, lots of mold growth. That corner on the cheese has gotten darker. Our strawberry is, oh man, you can see all the mold like even in the top part where the stem usually is. It's almost, look at, you can see that it's like juicy. And you see all that growth on top. So that white stuff down there is actual mold. And then our banana, not only is it kind of shrunk away, but look at, you can see all the growth happening on the outside and on the inside. And then again, we do have a lot of growth happening around on the plate as well. So feel free to pause on any of these pieces to count and do your best. I know it's not very clear. They're not like specific circles and easy, because especially here on like this banana, there's lots of growth. All right, our dark one again. So our apple actually did a lot better on this one. No condensation again. Only have the brown spots here and just a little bit there, but not, there's growth actually more on the plate. Maybe a little bit on the apple down at the bottom there. Our banana definitely has growth. And again, it has that like squishiness and it's gone away, but there's lots of growth. You can see all these little spots here. Spots on the side. This is the one where our bread has kind of started to grow into our banana a little bit. So there must be some mold growing there, connecting them. Ooh, this cheese does not look good. All right, do you see underneath that? Look at, it's very dark underneath that cheese. And then on that corner, that piece is spread, definitely. It used to just be on the end, but it's all the way over here. Our strawberry and cheese where they're connected is also growing. This strawberry doesn't have as much as the one on the salt, but definitely more than the other two. And we do have growth on the plate. And that's not growth on the apple, that's just the skin wasn't there, it looks like. All right, that's been 12 days of growing more.